Good morning, everyone. It is Friday the 13th of June, 2025. We do not do trichotillomania on this channel. We don't care if it's Friday the 13th. Yeah, I'm doing, notice how slow I'm going. That's okay. It gives us more time to talk about the few handful of matters that popped up for this weekend, because we pretty much consider our crypto weekend Thursday night on. Now, we had USDC finally go onto the XRPL. Yeah, and we've discussed this on this channel. Well, we alluded to it. Bound to happen. Last night, yesterday, good as day as any. It's up. It's on. They minted it. It's there. Excuse me, allergies again. Also, we had the SEC and Ripple. It looks like it was accepted by Judge Torres. They finally gave a official request about her decision to be changed. Now, like we've discussed on this channel, we're talking about precedent. And we need this to be right, ladies and gentlemen. We need this to go for generations. So Judge Torres, take your time. I know everyone wants to be a billionaire yesterday. If you saw that truck, oh my gosh. Well, the granny in front of this truck. What a set of wheels on that car. Anyway. Now, it's official now. It's in. It seems like the clerk accepted it. Judge Torres' clerk. So, all right. It's now, we can officially begin to speculate. It is what it is. We know that she has to make sure, for her honor, that her ruling stands, or is still cohesive with what she'll rule next with this new request, we'll say. There's an official word for it, a writ or something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head. So that's in. Does not mean that she's going to rule today. Maybe she does. It is Friday the 13th after all. But it's in. The paperwork's in. We can move on to the next step, which is her making a decision. And we know Judge Torres takes her time. She wants to make a good decision. So have at it, Judge Torres. Now, we've gotten a few things set up with the bills before Congress. We had cloture enabled, so this way the Democrats can stop filibustering, and some Republicans too, because let's face it, a lot of people don't want to air their dirty laundry, and blockchain inherently is public, not private. You do have certain private chains like the one we love, Monero, and it's a beautiful thing. Now, moving on from all that, we have some other things going on. Something that I really want to pick up on. Have you noticed that Blackrock has not filed for an ETF yet? Now, on this channel, we lent some credence to the possibility that Blackrock was boosting up the value of Bitcoin by design. Plausible. We gave it a plausible, if I'm not mistaken. But in my personal opinion, I find it highly likely. Now that we have ETFs and everything else going on with, sorry, we got a lot of trucks doing things. It's plausible that Blackrock was taken aback, we'll say, by Trump's tweet about XRP, Solana, ADA, and and then adding and Bitcoin and Ethereum he mentioned later. Now, there was a lot more to that. Trump doesn't do those things willy-nilly, although the mass media will have you think he does. That was a message. I'm of the opinion that Trump changed the game from what it was supposed to be. And for those new to the channel, we definitely think it's plausible. Personally, I think it's highly likely that what BlackRock and the rest wanted to do was put the debt into Bitcoin, crash Bitcoin, thereby evaporating the debt. It looks like the other tool with inflation may be the popular way to go with the powers that be today, because it seems that they want to raise inflation as a way to evaporate the debt. Now, if that's the case, I don't like that. I never did. Because creating inflation to evaporate debt is essentially going to push our debt onto other nations, for all intents and purposes. Of course, the other way with crashing Bitcoin is not glamorous either. However, the ramifications, there is severity in those ramifications. Let's just say it that way. So now we're in this new scenario that's coming together where, it's a slow deflation. We've talked about this before. The slow deflation of values, this slow popping of bubbles for all these hyper-valued items. And if you're a recent homeowner, I'm sorry you overpaid, but I get it. You want that low monthly payment, and with the way rents are going, and I think will keep going, you thought it was a good deal, and it probably was. It's just that you're going to have to ride out for the next 15 years, let's say, with the situations there, with the default, say now, 10 to 15 years of a low value. Well, here's the thing. You didn't buy the house, it just flipped the house. If you did, you got some, I kind of get it. You're trying to build a family and everything else, and that's great, but it's unfortunate. You took a gamble with getting the property that you bought in a hypermarket. It's going to take a lot of work. I personally bought this car in a hypermarket. By today's standards, definitely overpaid, but it's a great car. I love it. And I try to take care of it to try to mitigate, let's say, cost over time. So, that might be stringing a lot of subjects together, I know, but we are focused on finance for the individual here. We're trying to get rich, wealthy, really. Rich is just 9 times out of 10 just something on paper. So to tie this up in a bow, or at least try to, what we have is that we are in a spot where we just have to stay patient, wait it out. More than likely, once XRP pops, other coins will follow, but we have other concerns that tie in with that. The DIDEX coming in with global markets. A lot of people will try to tell you this skirmish, I guess that would be the proper word, skirmish of Israel into Iranian territory, the whole nuclear program, however you feel about that. I understand there's a lot of perspectives. down economies really shouldn't be a factor anymore. Economies are much more diverse than they used to be 80 years ago, 90 years ago. Not diverse enough in the sense of multiple revenue streams for various economies, but it has improved much. So this whole idea of a strike, a single strike of Israel onto the economy, I think is just a C student understanding of history. And yes, I was a history major. Yes, I was in honors classes. I get it. So, tie this to further tie this into a bow. We have a lot of distractions going on. We have matters that are just, we'll say, inconsistent with a global economy transitioning over. So there's a lot more going on than they'll have you believe. So just hold on to your crypto. Try not to be reactive to this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a lot of silliness. Now, there's a lot of ramifications, sometimes even death, and that's very sad. Very sad. But try to hold on to your crypto. Try not to be reactive. Take your crypto off exchanges. But just bear in mind that there is a game going on between basically BlackRock and the rest of the world. BlackRock, their allies, and Trump and his allies. So there's a lot of different considerations involved. Try not to get caught up in the day-to-day. I know I'm a day-to-day channel, but try not to get caught up in the day-to-day. All right. If you like honest videos like this, please like it. Please comment down below what direction you would prefer I go into. And, oh yeah, please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So, that being said, thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day. Peace. Oh, and remember, stick it to the man, not to each other.